Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator with me, Barden. Right, so we have 5 of our 7 scars. We just have Lantern and Moth left to do, which is, I believe, a Glimmering and an Erudition. And then, so I think that's Erudition and that's Glimmering. But then we do have a big problem up here. We've got lots of notoriety, we've got damning evidence as well. We're going to see what happens from there. So you took one of the newer ones, which is good. Okay, what do we need here? We need to risk our health or use a prisoner. Okay, well let's risk our health. Put that on. So we're getting really close to the end here. I'm getting very nervous. Because there's so many ways now that this can end and not be the way that we want it to end. At least we're getting rid of some notoriety. It's good. Right, checking for favor from authority. Now we've got an erudition. Okay, which could help us to get a new one of our new scars. In last night's dream, I was in the lodge of the Sage Knight, behind a white door. It is difficult to remember exactly how I came there, and the mistress of the place, the woman with the dark glasses, was nodding as if I had asked her a difficult question. Of course I hadn't. I lost my speech when I passed the white door. "How's it that I can speak?" she said to me. "I didn't come here through the white door. Not proud of what I did to come here, so let me tell you about something else." Okay, collect those. So we do have an erudition, which we might use. Probably not though. And I mean, we might use it to get our scar, but probably not. Because right now, this is what I am worried about. Okay, let's pop you up there. So we got rid of one of those. Dorothy's doing a bang up job. Really happy with how things are going with her. Got some fascination there. Okay. Oh, we should also be potentially using that there, right? Erudition there, right? Yeah. Okay. But we really need that favor from authority if we can get it. Because if he goes hunting now, we're kind of screwed. And we're this close. You know how close my thumb and finger are away from each other when I say this close. We're this close to actually getting our ending. Okay, come on, give it to us. No, a glimmering. I recall my dream. This is the lodge of blue silk flapping in the winds of the bounds at the manse's edge, and here was its mistress, who welcomed me as she welcomes all travellers. "Company's nice," she confided, "but I still miss my Christopher. 10 years. 10 years are not enough. We could not have been long together, not without touching each other. And you know what occurs when a man lies with a long woman. Perhaps you don't. I hope you don't. I won't tell you, just in case. I'll give you a tiny gift." Get a glimmering. Okay. And Jordan as well. Okay, there's the last of the notoriety. So if we can either get a favor from authority to protect us from the damning evidence, or maybe be brave and after they're done have another try at getting rid of the evidence, we might be alright. So for this ending, we need 24 knock. Oh, we didn't get rid of the notoriety. Okay. Right, well, what we're going to do is... Where are... Oh dear, you have one scar. Okay. Let's do this. Let's try and get rid of that. The Lord that Burns. I've increased my mastery of the Lord that Burns, which you call by its aspect Forge. Okay. Take those. So that injury is going to have to be treated. Otherwise, we have to do... Oh, look at that. Wow. Hopefully he can't take it from here, because that would just be cheating. Okay, he took the notoriety, so he's going to make some tentative evidence. But the damning evidence is at least hidden from him. Okay. Favor from authority. No, erudition. Okay. We read that quite recently. We won't read it again. Okay. Let's pop you there and pop you there. Okay. Now, we have to take care of this. Like so. So we look there. He's got one injury. She had one already. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Who's allowing him to take that? That's not fair. Okay, my own heart pumps more strongly today. I wonder why. That was cheating. That is too much cheating. You should be down there as well. Just gonna go. Okay. Okay. The Suppression Bureau is seeking an associate of mine for questioning. If they can't find one, they'll come after me directly. So Rose is the suspect. So Rose, the person who established the cult along with us, is being targeted by the Suppression Bureau. What is Ted going to do? Ted is panicking a little bit, but Ted now feels that he needs to get on with things and get this done. So Ted is going to see. We have okay. Ted is going to study there for that, and he's going to try and get some fervor. So, but you some passion. And I'm going to go with some lantern lore, because why not? Start that up. I would speak to their souls, and if I speak with conviction, their souls may answer me. Okay, do that. Now, come on, Rose. I know Ted knows or suspects you've been plotting behind his back, but he hopes that you're not going to screw him over here. Their crimes the state does not openly recognize. My associate has been implicated in one of these. The Suppression Bureau holds its trials in closed court, and they are not merciful. Unless I can take advantage of a connection, my associates may be gone forever. Rose, I'm really sorry. Actually, we should be trying our best to get a favor. I think we left it a bit late though. Yeah, I think we left it late. Sorry. Oh, this really would be something though for Ted, right? He's been like had this weird relationship with Rose where, as I said, they're the founding members, but then he got to the point where he wasn't sure if he could trust her or not. And now he's in a situation where he's got to trust her. Everything relies on her. His entire ascension, maybe the future of the cult after Ted has ascended, is all riding on what Rose does here. Will she turn on us? We don't know. Under erudition. It's a bit much for Ted, this whole thing, so he's going to go to the club. He can't think what else to do. He needs to get away for a bit. The drinks, the songs, the light, the arching walls, the smoke blue haze, the press and sway of clothed and unclothed flesh. Yeah, he's in the club trying to take his mind off everything, but no matter what's happening there, it's just he's only half there. My associates have been locked away in a prison where there are no visiting rights, and even the date of the release is obscure. The Bureau's appetite is satisfied for the moment, but what have they learnt? So it's become tentative evidence, which is great, but Rose is gone. Rose has sacrificed herself for Ted and for the cult, and nobody really saw that coming, you don't think, because Rose is the one that, like, no matter who was plotting and thinking that they were going to take over, Rose was the main person, like the main rival to all of those different factions. She was the one who everybody believed was getting ready to step in and take over from Ted, but now she's gone. And I think there's a lot of people in the cult who can't quite believe that Rose is gone. Like, of all the people from the cult, a lot of people were kind of assuming that once, if Ted was gone by whatever means, whether, you know, by foul or fair, that Rose would probably be that next leader. And although others are plotting to maybe, you know, be a rival to her, you know, even the people backing them didn't really believe that they were going to be the ones who would be in that position. And now that's happened again, people really are finding it difficult to fathom that that's happened to Rose. And Ted, who's been frantically throwing himself into just trying to get ready for this future, and then here's that what Rose has done, and first there's relief that it's not all over and that he still has a chance to ascend. It's not guaranteed now, but the chance is there and hasn't been taken from him. Like, he was, you know, all of his dreams were just nightmares of being so close to what he'd worked for so long, and it being snatched away from him. And then after that, then there's a feeling of shame, the fact that Rose is gone, and that wasn't his first thought. It wasn't for Rose or for what happened to her, or even being thankful for her sacrifice. It was just a selfish feeling of he still has a chance to get what he wants. So we're going to grab the restless there. Some dead are lost in the wood, some rise higher, but many, so many, pass the white door into the house and become silent forever. Last night they thronged the entrance. Our mouths were healed wounds. Their eyes roamed my skin, their hands sought my warmth, but my touch burnt, and I drew back. Their urgency infected me. Okay. Now, so you are looking for something that we don't have, which is good. You're looking for fascination, right? Start that and that again. Okay, good. Oh, I just realized as well that that's basically going to be gone by the time you're looking for it. You probably shouldn't have done that at all because of the timings. Okay, let's put it there. Okay, we're going to have a problem there as well. We're going to have to sort that out. No fervor again. Okay, let's try again. Let's try that. We're going to go with some reason and then lantern. I think reason and lantern go well together. And Ted now would be, I think this sermon would actually be pretty special. All of the cult would be there because this would be a dedication to Rose, and it would be talking about her, you know, talking about what she's done for the cult, and start off by giving, like, you know, the history of the cult from the very beginning. And oh, that's gonna basically pause your timer. Yeah, giving the history of the cult from the beginning. Right now there's no worries about the parish council or anything like that, because by now the parish council are part of the cult, so this thing can be spoken openly about. That's how much of a transformation has happened here. And Ted would give some, you know, tell some anecdotes that maybe even people who've been in the cult for a very long time had never heard before as well. And then talking about how, you know, Rose did her duty, and her duty was to the cult. We can pop you in there, right? Yeah. And run that on. Okay, check that. Prayer from authority. Got it at the wrong time. We could have saved Rose if we had got it earlier. Last night I dreamt of a blue silk pavilion overlooking the cloudy labyrinth of the Bounds. I listened to the mistress of the place speak of other visitors. The Suppression Bureau come here. Did you know that? I think they hope to recruit me as an ally. She snorts derisively. After what you tried to do to Christopher, where their folly is your fortune, I will tell you something that may help you, if the Bureau ever troubles you. Well, they did trouble us, but they took Rose before we could do anything about it. Okay, let's pop you in there. And actually, we're gonna, before we do that, we're gonna go back in here. Pop you there. Okay, and run things on. Oh, we're gonna get another restless anyway, so we're going to let you go now. And affliction needs to go there, because we're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, we got our fervor. Beautiful. Okay, we got rid of the notoriety anyway. So well done, Dorothy. Dorothy comes in right at the end of the service. Everybody really is worked up into a fervor. Not only about Rose, but about the cult and about the forthcoming ascension as well. And now we're gonna do some work with that. Okay, so let me remember if I can. Oh yeah. So it's this, right? Then, oh, I need to I need to check. Don't want to get them the wrong way round. Okay, lantern is erudition. Good. Okay. Pop in. No. Oh, the erudition goes in later. Right. So we need a lantern. Here we are. Let's pop that there. Ability is health. Okay, and then we have our fervors over here. Yep, here it is. Start that. It's going to take the restless from there. We're going to get Dorothy on the go again because we know that there is some notoriety on the way from here. Okay. Looks like we're doing it. Okay, pop them sneak up there. Oh, this is not good. Oh. Whew. I thought that timer was on that. I thought, oh no, we're going to get decrepitude that we're going to have to... It's going to delay us just that little bit longer. Okay, let's try there. Some fascination. Last night in the billowing blue of the Lodge of the Sage Knight, I sat on velvet cushions and watched two dead contend with shining swords. They came into place, said the woman who rules her now, the one who once called herself Galmier. I was not the Sage Knight, if that's what you're wondering. He went higher in the mantis long before I came here. My attention has drifted. The swords sparkle like falling water. The dead move like dancers. Okay, grab that. Now, you now do need to go in there. And we'll pop that there. Good. Right, and run things on. Okay, so he's on the lookout. You do have tentative evidence. He's taking a mystique. Okay, now we slot our erudition in there. Okay, now we have a chance to study this book. So, probably the last book we're going to read. Calais' verses are brief, obscure, and often dominated by images of violence. A star is a pinprick, but the sun is a wound. The sky, the soul, the grand labour of Calais, an aesthetic poet, writing at the court of the shadowless kings. Okay, run that on. You're looking for notoriety, but we didn't actually generate any, which is good. We only got mystique. No one understands us, or else they understand us too well. Okay, so we got a peculiar rumor of that. It's fine. Now, run things on. We got our health back, which is nice. So not going to have much left of it by the time we're done. Let's go back to the mantis again. Okay, we got some fascination to worry about. But we also need to sort that out as well, because that could be run ending for us. So let's get back to the club. Start you. The drinks, the songs, the light, the arching walls, the smoke blue haze, the press and sway of clothed and unclothed flesh. My congregation have waited all night in vigil. I'm awake. My mouth has been continued into my cheek, and although it is almost healed, it will be a new agony to speak. It will heal. My speech will be renewed, but the scar will remain. Okay, so we get ourselves the 6th of our 7 scars, which is excellent. It's always possible to be deader, Calais states. The watchman goes before. None but 7 may go after. Yet surely we are born to the glory as the sparks fly upward. Okay. I purchase pleasure, a real home in the ungodly hours, and collapse into bed. So we got that. Now, so we're going to study you to get the glimmering that we need for our final scar. Okay, he's taking detective evidence. He's not going to be able to upgrade it though. Dusty facts have come clear in my brain, for now at least. Okay, we don't need your erudition, but thanks anyway. Right, so we're going to take the restless because that's going to be good for getting our ending or getting our next scar. Some dead are lost in the wood, some rise higher, but many, so many, pass the white door into the house and become silent forever. Last night they thronged the entrance. Our mouths were healed wounds, their eyes roamed my skin, their hands sought my warmth, while my touch burnt. And they drew back, the urgency infected me. Okay, so we want to keep you around if we can. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the skin is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay, pop you up there. I'm safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring a case against me. I found no new clues. Okay. Things on. Oh, we should be going for a fervor now, I think. So we're going to go with passion and some moth. Start that off. I will speak to their souls, and if I speak with conviction, their souls may answer me. Okay. Here is a glimmering as well, which is great. We can pop you in there. Okay, and give me a second, I just need to check something. Oops, sorry. It's not. Okay. Right. Just checking if anybody's at the door, but they're not. Right. So let's run things on. So we're getting very close. 6 of 7 scars. Okay, we got a fervor. Good. Now, we're going to speak with you about that. We're going to pop you back in there. Good. Okay. Actually, we don't need to, do we? No, because we can now do this. So, oops. Let me do that. Right. There we go. So you go in there. Ability is health. The doctrine is moth. Then we need not the glimmering. What goes in first? The fervor. There's the fervor. Okay, do that. Takes the restlessness, good. Run things on. Yeah, we're closing in, we're getting there. So you're done, and you're gonna cancel or start cancelling that out because it actually needs another one. Okay. Our favor from authority is about to go as well. We got another restlessness. Okay, you can go there. You'll actually help with this as well, which is good. Because you will... We need... Oh, do you grade into notoriety or dread? Can't remember. I know normally it's dread, but can't remember whether there was some that... Oh no, it's the fervor. Right? Fervor degenerated into dread. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so glimmering goes in there. In the vision I see our wings, and I hear the rustling as we unfurl them to the shears. Our abdomens were patterned black and white like bandages, and our beaks scissors sharp. Fold us in the chrysalis, and lock us in the dark. Break our eggs and steal our hair, and watch us within. Okay, be up there, more restlessness. Okay. Paintings whispers, windows wink. I know these things are not true, but how can I be certain? Our devotion has drawn comment. Imagine. Okay, Dorothy. We mistimed it a little bit, but hopefully you can sort that out. So we're about to get the 7th scar. Oh, he's on the lookout. That's not good. Okay, now. We've now got to go back in here. Because he's probably going to get damning evidence. My congregation waited all night in vigil. I am awake. The double wound on my back will heal, but the scar will remain. Okay. Let's click that. And this is Mothlock Scar. When I am threshold, this scar will answer to the scissors. Okay. Now, is there one of the scars that says that it will open at the flush of dawn? Okay. The blades touch pot iron. This scar will open last. Okay. Will open at the beat of the drum. Okay. Open to a fervent kiss. There's probably, I don't know, they may be something to reverse the scar, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we're now going to try to get this thing done. So, invocation will be you, assistant would be you, that gives her 24 knock. Then we're going to go with our offerings. So let's start with you. Once I am 7 locks, I may be open for my people to pass. That is what the yearning has been teaching me. These long nights past. My congregation's prayers will exalt my pain. Okay, start that. So as far as I know, it asks us to put in the scars as we go. I don't know whether they need to be in a specific order or not, but we'll see. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm saying that that means anything. But right now, it doesn't mean much, tell you that. Okay, so he's taking the tentative evidence. The tide of pain recedes. For a moment, it is a relief, and then the despair floods in. Perhaps I'm not yet ready. Perhaps I never will be. Okay. Next one. One more. My weeping faithful ply their instruments. See to my thirst. Wipe the blood from my mouth. Perhaps I will burst like ripe fruit. Perhaps I will fall like rain. Is this ever reaching trial? It will be in, if this ever reaches trial, I will be in serious danger. Even if this hunter is disposed of, another may find their notes. Okay, damning evidence. Oh man, this is going right down to the wire. Got some erudition. Not really what we want. Let's grab that. Okay, we need to get back in there again. This is why we decided to leave ourselves with 2 rather than 1 health. That and the fact that we may get afflictions as well. Okay, you weren't able to do anything, unfortunately. Right. Listen, Sylvia, I'm sorry about this, but I need you to try your best to get rid of this. Okay, need another one now. Tide of pain recedes. For a moment is relief, and then the despair floods in. Perhaps I'm not yet ready. Perhaps I never will be. Okay, let's pop in another scar. One more. My weeping faithful ply their instruments. See to my thirst. Wipe the blood from my mouth. Perhaps I will burst like ripe fruit. Perhaps I will fall like rain. Okay, 3 or 4 have been put in now. Okay, time for the next one. Everybody's just, you know, silent and tense, I think, in the cult as they're watching this. What's going on here? Another scar offered up. Soul fracture. Sorry, soul fracture, but you're not the most important thing right now. It's only one important thing for us at the minute. My minion has returned. The evidence has been destroyed. I'm a little safer. Yeah, so Sylvia got rid of that evidence and came back to see everyone surrounding Ted, tensely watching on as the ritual continues. And Sylvia just gives a nod to Enid. Okay, yeah, and there we go. That's why we have 2 health. And then the final scar. My people draw back from me, crying, shouting, laughing. I cannot be beautiful in their eyes. Not now, after all they've done. But now they look upon me as I might be a new sky. We're about to achieve it. We get a glimmer from there. We'll leave that be. This is the only thing that matters right now. The last seconds tick down. Everybody's wondering what's going to happen. Oh, there we go. Achievement unlocked, concealed and unseamed. The arms of the mother. When I open like the arms of the mother. And open I will remain, as a shell from which the pearl is taken. The space where I was will be a postern gate in the force of days that only my initiates will ever pass. But in the fifth history alone, my skin will peel from me in tatters, my teeth will be long, and my flesh scant upon my bones as sea racks, and I will rise like a wave and hood myself to mark what I have become. Congratulations on the threshold victory. You wrestled the game to its knees. There are other paths. Okay. And that is where we're going to leave that. And that's where we're going to leave the series for a while. And I'm going to take a break from the game and then come back in the future. But if you enjoyed this, there's other stuff on the channel I think you're going to enjoy as well. But thank you very much for sticking with me all through the series, and hope to see you on another series. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.